In this video, we'll be speaking about docstrings, what they are used for, and how they can be accessed using the special value variable doc. So we'll start off talking about what they are. Docstrings, which for short is documentation strings. They are special string literals that are used to document modules, classes, methods, and functions in Python. They are enclosed in quotes, in triple quotes, and placed immediately after the definition of a module, class, method, or function. So you can actually use the double quotes or double triple quotes or single quotes. What are they used for? So docstrings are used to provide a description of what the module, class, method, or function does, its parameters, return values, and any other relevant information. They help other developers understand the purpose and usage of the code. How to access them? You can examine objects, functions, classes, and modules during program execution to understand their nature and content. We can access them by utilizing the _doc attribute to access the documentation strings. Let's take an example. So what we'll do is we'll write doc strings at different levels. So we're going to show how you can write a doc string for a module, class, method, and a function. So we'll start with the module level doc string. So this doc string we will position independently. So it should be at the top of the module. So now all of this is comments actually. So we haven't really done much, but we want to put the module level doc string at the top level of the module to provide a description of the module's purpose and functionality. So this module, to just make it really generic, provides a simple example to demonstrate. Docstrings. And we'll close it off with another triple quote. So that's a module level docstring. Let's have a look at a class level docstring. So the first thing we want to do is create or write up our class. So I'm just going to make it really generic, my class, and then I'm going to do a double string. Now this immediately, for the class level docstring, you immediately follow the class declaration to describe the class itself, including its attributes and methods. So this class contains a method. I just want to have one method for adding two numbers. Now for the method, I'm going to write up a method. So that's going to be the add method, and it's going to have itself, the objects, and A and B as parameters. So this method, so now we're doing a method level docstring. I'm just going to put a new line there. This method returns. Now for the method, you want to place that within the method immediately after you define it. And then here you want to write description about its purpose, the purpose of the method, about its parameters, and any return values if it has anything. Return the sum of two numbers. I'll just slightly make that bigger. And I won't close it off yet because we want to talk about the arguments. So it's actually got two arguments. A, that's going to be an integer. We want to specify. Now that's going to be our first number. And also B, another integer. That's going to be the second number. And what it returns is an integer that has the sum of A and B. Now that's pretty much it, what I have for the docstring. Okay, and then we most importantly actually do the work that this method really does. It returns the sum of A and B. So that's pretty much our class. Has only got one method, so it contains one method for adding two numbers. Now for the function docstring would be something similar to what we did for the method. You want to place that within the function immediately after you've defined it to describe its purpose, parameters, and return values. So I'm just going to make a very generic function called my function. Doesn't have any return type, so no parameters, and it really only prints out. So this function prints a greeting message. Let's do that. Print hello from my function. Okay, so that's we've gone ahead and created class module level docstring, class level docstring, method level docstring, and our function level docstring. Let's talk about how we can access them. So earlier when we looked at the part here, so you can examine objects, function classes, and modules during program execution to understand their nature and contents, utilizing the, I'm just going to call it doc attribute to access the documentation strings. So let's show how we can access the module docstring. So here, I just use two double underscores and another one. So let's run it. Let's see what we get. So this module, so that's the module's docstring, which is going to pretty much print out this information. This module provides a simple example to demonstrate docstrings. So here we basically just what we've done with the module is we've printed out a description that we've placed at the beginning of the program, explaining the overall purpose of the module. Now let's see how we can print out the other one, the class docstring. Class docstring, then what we need to do is refer to the name of the class dot the doc attribute. Now we get that displayed. So what pretty much here we have is the printout that this class contains a method for adding two numbers. So it's pretty much printing out this line. So here, what we do is we've just we provided a description of what the class, my class in this case, my class does, aiding to understand the role and the usage of this class. Now let's do the method docstring. Now for the method, so we want to do my class dot the method name, which is add dot doc. So this pretty much gives us details about the add method. This method returns the sum of two numbers and all the details. So this is really useful for developers who look at your, who are working with you're trying to understand the purpose of your code. It is also good for your future self when you've looked at your code after some time and you're trying to remember. So you can actually print out all the documentation strings to understand the methods without really looking at the, to try and understand the concept without having to really look in too much details at the code itself. Now for the function, so for the function docstring, what we basically want to do is, because this doesn't really belong to the class, so you just want to use the method, the function name, dot the doc. Now this is going to call the docstring that's relevant to the function to describe the purpose of the function, making it clear what it does without you needing to even look at the code. So it gives you sort of explanation without having to look into the code. So that's pretty much it. So using the doc attribute basically helps you to access and display the associated documentation of the module, class, method, or function, basically to help you get clarification and understanding of each part of the code's purpose. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video.